Hi, my name is Mark Balaish. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching. In this weekly segment, I talk about what's happening in the recruiting industry right now, and if you're a recruiter, some thoughts of what you should be doing right now. So last week, Statistics Canada announced that Canada's unemployment rate went up to 13.7%. This is the highest we've ever been. So basically, we've gone as a country from one of the lowest unemployment rates back in January, February, to one of the highest unemployment rates in May. It's just an unbelievable turnaround. We lost 1 million jobs in the month of March. We lost 2 million jobs in the month of April. But on a positive note, there were about 300,000 jobs that were created for the month of May. So we regained about 10% of the jobs that were lost through the course of March and April. And I think back to 2008, 2009 when there were significant losses, but nothing like what we're going through. The average economist actually estimated that we would lose 500,000 jobs for the month of May. Turns out that we actually gained 300,000. So they were forecasting an unemployment rate of 15%. Obviously, the U.S. is also going through some significant challenges right now. Also, Bombardier this week announced that they were going to be laying off 2,500 workers as well as across Canada. So the numbers are still very difficult right now. Next point is that Ontario made some temporary changes to layoff regulations to help businesses. So in effect, what they did was they amended their labor laws to help businesses avoid permanently laying off workers and paying out severance, which could have sent some companies into bankruptcy during the pandemic. The government basically announced that they were amending the Employment Standards Act, which requires businesses to terminate employees who have been laid off for 13 weeks. So the law then requires the business to pay severance to workers if they've been terminated or laid off for those 13 weeks. So basically, if any workers, any non-unionized workers who have had their hours reduced or eliminated and were placed on temporary leave, that preserves their job and avoids an employer having to pay out severance as well. And the amendment to the law will expire 6 weeks after the province's declared state of emergency ends. Some of the upcoming events this week as well. I'm on every weekday at 12:30 p.m. on our Toronto Recruiters Conference Facebook page live with a different recruiting topic every day. So it's every weekday, Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Toronto time or Eastern time. And I'm always looking for guests for that segment. So if you want to be on, please let me know. Number 2, hiring during COVID. I will be on with Next Steps Employment Center tomorrow, June 9th from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. For information about how to register, just go to torontojobs.ca/news for the registration or Google Next Steps and my name, Mark Balaish, and June 9th, and you'll see the link there for it. On Wednesday, June 10th, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Gary Preneveau, who's the president of FranNet Southern Ontario and Eastern Canada, will be doing a free webinar on franchise opportunities and business ownerships as an alternative career option. And you can visit torontojobs.ca/news for more information about that. So if you know anybody who's thinking about perhaps buying a business, starting up a franchise, or whatever the case may be, this would be a good opportunity for you to let them know about it. And then on June 18th, on Thursday, June 18th, TorontoJobs.ca is presenting the Canadian Virtual Sell Your Business Conference. So if you're thinking about buying a business or selling a business, perhaps you have something part-time or you know somebody who is looking to sell their business, feel free to message me for more information about that. So you can reach me on LinkedIn or connect with me on my email at mark.balaish@torontojobs.ca. And then finally, on Thursday, June 25th, from 2 to 4 p.m., we have the Canadian Virtual CFO Conference. And that is going to be specifically for CFOs, but if you know anybody who's a CFO who should participate in that, connect with them, let them know about it, message me for more information, either via email at mark.balaish@torontojobs.ca or through LinkedIn. Some of the other notes that we've seen is that it certainly seems that hiring is slowly coming back, certainly more temp jobs than we've had from before. Survey results from the Human Resources Professionals Association, the HRPA, 60% of organizations have not introduced any policies or expectations regarding managing workload for remote workers. And secondly, 48% of organizations are providing mental health support to employees as a result of COVID-19. So good, interesting facts from that survey. So if you're a recruiter, 3 things that you could be doing this week. One is read at least one blog post through the course of the week, something to do with your industry, something to do with recruiting or otherwise. Number 2 is connect with at least 10 new people on LinkedIn this week. People that may be in your industry, other fellow recruiters, and certainly if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, you're welcome to do that. And then finally, watch at least 3 videos or join webinars or seminars on recruiting topics. You can certainly check out our torontojobs.ca or Toronto Recruiters Conference YouTube channels that have a number of videos on various topics on job search, recruitment, and otherwise. So in conclusion, lots of changes obviously happening in the recruiting industry and the staffing industry. Stay on top of the trends and be kind to people that are looking for jobs. Help them out with their job search. If you can spend a few minutes giving them some advice on their resume or job search tips, I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and chances are they'll remember it for a long time to come. So if you want to connect with me, as I mentioned, feel free to do that on LinkedIn. I'm at torontojobs.ca is the company that you can look up. You can also check out our website at torontojobs.ca for tips on how to find employees, or if you're looking for some staff, we can help you out. We provide full temporary and permanent staffing solutions. And then finally, check us out on all our different platforms on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day and stay safe.